FP&A, Finance Business Partner. Strategy, 3 titles, 3 completely different jobs, and most finance professionals cannot tell you the real difference between them. I have been in finance for over 15 years. I have worked across FP&A, business partnering, and I have sat next to strategy teams in some of the biggest companies in the world. And I can tell you, the confusion between these 3 roles is costing finance professionals real career opportunities. I have seen analysts apply for the wrong roles. I have seen people get promoted into a business partner title and have no idea what changed. I have seen strategy professionals who could not build a forecast to save their career. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to give you the clearest breakdown you have ever seen of these 3 roles. What each one actually does, how CFOs see each one differently, and most importantly, which one is right for where you want to go. And before anyone says these roles overlap, yes, they do. That is exactly why the confusion exists. But overlap does not mean they are the same, and understanding the difference could be the most important career decision you make this year. Let us start with FP&A, Financial Planning and Analysis. If the finance function were a car, FP&A is the engine. It is the core. It is where the numbers are built, maintained, and explained. Here is what FP&A actually does day to day. You own the budget. You own the forecast. You produce the management reporting pack every month. You run variance analysis, actuals versus budget, actuals versus forecast. You build the financial models that the business uses to make decisions. FP&A is the function that answers the question, what happened, why did it happen, and what do we think will happen next? Now here is the key thing to understand about FP&A. It is primarily finance facing. Your main customer is the CFO and the finance leadership team. You are producing outputs that go up the finance chain. The skill set that matters most in FP&A, technical excellence. Your models need to be right. Your forecasts need to be defensible. Your reports need to be accurate and on time. I spent my early career in FP&A and I loved it. But I also learned something the hard way. Being technically excellent in FP&A is necessary, it is not sufficient. And that is where the next role comes in. Finance business partnering is what happens when FP&A grows up and walks out of the finance department. A finance business partner, or FBP, does a lot of the same technical work as an FP&A analyst. But the fundamental difference is who their customer is. In FP&A, your customer is the CFO. In finance business partnering, your customer is the business, the head of sales, the marketing director, the operations lead, the CEO. A finance business partner sits embedded in a business unit. They attend the commercial meetings. They challenge the sales team's assumptions. They help the marketing director understand the ROI of their spend. They translate financial data into business decisions. The skill set that matters most here is not technical. It is relational. It is communication. It is the ability to influence without authority because you have no direct power over the people you are advising. One of the best finance business partners I ever worked with told me something I never forgot. He said, "My job is not to report the numbers. My job is to make sure the right decision gets made." That is the mindset shift. FP&A tells you what happened. Finance business partnering changes what happens next. Now strategy. This is the one that gets the most confused with the other two. And it is also the most misunderstood. If FP&A is the engine and business partnering is the bridge, strategy is the telescope. It is looking further out. It is asking not what happened last quarter, but where should this company be in 3 years. Strategy teams work on things like market entry decisions, mergers and acquisitions, competitive positioning, new business models, portfolio reviews. They are answering the question, what should we do, not what did we do. The time horizon is completely different. FP&A works in months, business partnering works in quarters, strategy works in years. The skill set in strategy leans heavily on structured problem solving. Frameworks like Porter's 5 forces, BCG matrix, scenario planning at a macro level. A lot of strategy professionals come from consulting backgrounds, McKinsey, BCG, Bain, because that is where this type of thinking is trained. Now here is the honest truth about strategy roles. They are fewer in number. They are harder to get into from a pure finance background. And they require a different type of credibility, one that is built on business judgment, not financial accuracy. Strategy is not better than FP&A or business partnering. It is just a different game entirely. So let me put all 3 side by side because this is where it gets really clear. Time horizon. FP&A, monthly and quarterly. Business partnering, quarterly and annual. Strategy, 1 to 5 years. Primary customer. FP&A, the CFO and finance leadership. Business partnering, the business unit heads. Strategy, the CEO and board. Core output. FP&A, reports, forecasts, models. Business partnering, decisions and recommendations. Strategy, plans, frameworks, investment cases. Key skill. FP&A, technical accuracy. Business partnering, influence and communication. Strategy, structured thinking and judgment. Career path. FP&A leads to senior FP&A manager, finance director. Business partnering leads to senior business partner, commercial finance director, CFO. Strategy leads to strategy director, chief strategy officer, or back into consulting. Three different roles, three different views of the same business. Now, and this is important, these roles do overlap. And in smaller companies, one person often does all three. A finance manager at a 200% company might be running the budget, sitting in commercial meetings, and helping the CEO think about the next market to enter, all in the same week. But in larger organizations, these are distinct functions with distinct career tracks, and applying for the wrong one or positioning yourself incorrectly in an interview is a real and common mistake. I have spoken to candidates who interviewed for a finance business partner role and spent the entire interview talking about their Excel modeling skills. That is an FP&A answer to a business partnering question, and it costs people offers. Know which role you're going for, know what that role's customer cares about, and speak that language in the room. So, which one should you target? Here is how I think about it. If you love the numbers, if you get satisfaction from a model that ties perfectly, if you want to be the person who owns the forecast and knows the business inside out from a financial perspective, FP&A is your home. If you love people as much as numbers, if you get energy from being in commercial meetings, if you want to be the person who changes a business decision because of your analysis, business partnering is where you belong. If you are less interested in the monthly close and more interested in the big picture, if you think in frameworks, if you want to work on the questions that define where a company goes next, strategy is your direction. None of these is better than the others. They are different. And the best career decisions I have seen finance professionals make are the ones where they were honest with themselves about which one actually energizes them, not which one sounds most impressive at a dinner party. Here is your homework. And I want you to actually do this. Write down the last three pieces of work you did that you genuinely enjoyed. Not the work you were good at, the work you enjoyed. Were they models and forecasts, that is FP&A? Were they conversations with business leaders where you help them make a decision, that is business partnering? Were they big picture thinking, comparative analysis, what if scenarios about the future of the business, that is strategy? Your answer is already in your past. You just have to look for it. Now, if you want to build the skills that make you excellent across all three of these, and especially if you want to move from pure FP&A into business partnering or leadership, the CGFPA, the Certified Global FP&A Professional Program, covers all of it. Financial modeling, budgeting and forecasting, management reporting, storytelling and presentations, strategy, finance business partnering, AI for finance. 10 modules, 6 months. Taught live by CFOs and FP&A leaders who have done this work at the highest level. The link is in the description below. Go and check it out. And drop me a comment right now. Which of the three rows are you in and which one do you want to move towards? I read every single comment. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.